There, but to no avail. Second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Safety screaming. Kill. Shit. 630. Choco over here. Fresno. Tighten up.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Hey, 88. Next one. 26.
Now Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Bravo.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Ready, set. 56 is the mic. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check now. Live. Take 30.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to wind up in air into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. He's letting this one go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Watch the run. Choose the mic. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 2. Right now. You got 58. 2.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Inside. He's checking crouch. Check. Crouch. Shift. Over.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Inside. Time's the mic. Blue white left. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
258. Let's get off the field. Kelly. Check 31. Set. Get 300. Catch it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Sanders, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Check 26, check 26. Slam.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Over here.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll look to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
First down, Green Bay.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back north. Right now, you got 58. Check.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. It's a great throw right there. It really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, I mean, that just didn't happen.
Inside, clear. Wide left. Wide, get wide. Kill. Hey, get up.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike 2. Number 50. Hey, Haywood. Hey, Black.
To throw is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56, check, 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. My 56, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw now on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
At the 31-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. Badgley's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Get 300. Get 300. Right left. Hey, let's go. Check. Right.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Also over here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. My 50. Plant. 56. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 56 to Mike.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left sideline is complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check three.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Choose the mic. All right. Team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. He's checking. Easy. Switch.
Rodgers now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Right back to Sanders on first down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 18-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You got 58. You tighten up. Shoot.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now this throw caught left side. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike two. Touchdown.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Mike 5. Coming to you.
Hey, Orbit. Kelly, don't let Kelly.
So that'll back him up 5.
Green 18.
Hey, watch the slant.
Back north.
Mike 5. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 5. Hey, come on, yo.
Right left.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
88. Hey, Charlie. Back north.
Yo. Check nickel. Check 37. SOS.
On first down, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Green 18.
Watch safety creeping.
Green 30.
Kill.
Protein spill.
Shit. Check. Fresh up.
They run with Harris. 23 yards the pickup there.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Tighten up. Check 99. Hey, check 24.
Green 19.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over.
Hey, 88.
Me. In your face.
Central West. We are going.
Check.
Get 300. Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
It's on field. Hey, it's on out. Mike 2. Here we go. 2.
Boom.
Squeeze, double.
So it's 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, this.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to let this one go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Get that quarterback inside.
Check. Check hot route.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's crossing. He's checking crunch. Check. Crunch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
2 times. 4 down. Shift.
50. Take 30. My five.
Here we go. My 5.
5. Hey, flex.
Check.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Sanders has got it complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Over.
Yeah, live. Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
It's a party.
Now Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Okay, baby, I see you.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Set it. Hatch it.
Line left.
Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st down, Green Bay.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Joker. Tight go.
Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the